Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check, check. Lucky. Rose. Wide. Get wide.
Play fake. Cousins. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Good. Ready. Line out. Check. Fresno. Watch the safety creep. Check three.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On play action, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Cousins to throw it. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Come on, D.
Off the play fake. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Hey, Haywood.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. And Butker able to put this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
61. Let's go.
It's Mixon on the counter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Check 13.
Play action now. Cousins. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Go.
Now Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Black.
Cousins from the gun on third. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Coming out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. A first down carry for Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds Taylor. Complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's a baby soft.
John. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Listen to me.
50, Mike. 50.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
50's a Mike. 50's a Mike. I got him.
On play action, they'll throw. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Eagles' 32-yard line.
Twist. Sit. What do you want?
On 2nd down, here's Mixon.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Red. Mark the 60. Orange.
Let's go.
Under 10. General. West. Now. Orphan.
57's the Mike. Watch the
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Box trap. Let's go, Mike. Yes!
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Barkley unable to get away on the first down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 26-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Slam, slam. Kill.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
57, Mike 57. Target, go on. Check, check. Blue dot working. Shit. 36. Go. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, let's bring it.
2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Metcalf once again the target. 3rd down here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Rush in. Rush in. 50 exit. 50 seconds to mine.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendency.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Right there. 54 miles. Hey, defense, let's go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ready, go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Check, right 54. Right 54. Get ready. And go.
They'll set up to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Redskins first down.
Got it. 57. Let's go. 80 weapon. 57 to Mike. Roll your jaw. Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Boy, so another interception. Reception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Switch.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, switch gears.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Break. 54 Mike.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, Steamer.
Record. Mine's 50.
Play fake. Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Mine's 50.
Hey, Delta. Mike 50.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
57 is the mic. Watch 57. It's our time. It's our time. 57 is the mic. 57 is the mic. What happened?
They're going to look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cousins now. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, wahoo! It's a party now.
Cousins to throw it. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 24-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Play action now. Cousins. Flush to his right. He'll run it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
57, come on.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Danielle Hunter, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the pressure gets to him again. Here's Tressway now. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 50.
Hey, zoom.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
Leave it. Bring up 48. Hey, yo. Gun.
Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Cousins. He's got a 1st down of inside the midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 40.
Tight up.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, we're good. Black.
Twist.
Bingo.
Check nickel.
Hey, seam 6. Where's your hot?
Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for number 14. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
31's the mic.
Cousins. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 26. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
6-man. Check girls, check girls, check girls. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Go. Go. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Kill. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last two plays, both losses.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
You 61. Matchbox, right. Charlie. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Kill, kill, kill. No, no, no. Off. Yep. Hot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Well, part 1 is done, now part 2. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
Check 99.
Gun.
Quick the edge. Go. Hey, yo.
Now it's Barkley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Watch right. Coming this way. Here we go. 31's the mic. And watch that. And watch the ball.
Gun.
I got motion man. Me.
Yellow.
Alert, flare.
Hey, flipper.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. And that's complete. It's Green here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on fourth down.
Check 52. Deuce, first.
Now Cousins on fourth down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. Lucky. Wide, get wide. Seam 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Check.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah,
MEH, man. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching